So, hi all, this is Mrs. Pavitranshi, Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies. I am here to deliver a video on the basic characteristics of business research and the various nature and the scope of business. So, as we have already seen the characteristics of the business research, yes, so research is basically it is objective. The next thing is research is objective and logical. So applying every possible test to validate the data collection and conclusions researched. The next one is research involves a quest for answers to unsolved problem. The next is research involves a quest for answers to unsolved problems. Research requires courage. It is characterized by patient and unhurried activity. Research is carefully recorded and reported. So these are the characteristics of business research. The next is nature of business research. So it involves academics, it involves policymakers, and it also involves the practitioners. The transdisciplinary related to the contest, it has been more emphasis on dissemination and exploitation. So now we can see what is the scope of business research. So research provides the basis for nearly all government policies in our economic system. The next is it solves various operational and planning problems of business and industry. It is very important for social scientists in studying the social relationships and seeking answers for various social problems. Okay, so now let's see what are the things we have seen recorded from the first. Yes, so we have seen the basic business research. Yes, what is research? So it can be easily identified. Research search for knowledge or any systematic investigation can be done with the open mind to establish novel facts, solving new or existing problems, prove new ideas, develop new theories, usually using a scientific method. The next is what is a business research? So it is a systematic inquiry whose objective is to provide information to solve managerial problems. The next, the three needs we have seen. Okay, so which is information reduces uncertainty, as we already know, and we have seen the four objectives, that is the basic types of research like exploratory research or formulative research, diagnostic research, descriptive research, and hypothesis testing research. The next is characteristics. So we have found some basic 10 something characteristics where the basic things is like it is very accurate, it is objective and logical, the quest for answers, courage, patient and unhurried activity, recorded and reported. So these are some of the characteristics. The next we have seen about the nature. So it involves like academics, policy makers, everything, everybody like practitioners. So it is a transdisciplinary where researchers can be done with the academicians or the policy makers, or with the transdisciplinary, which is related to the context or which is related to the problem, where we can identify some new things which has been very hurried with the activity. It shouldn't be actually a hurry activity. It should be an unhurried activity where the proper problem statement should be raised, and data should be collected properly, and the analysis should be done properly with some basic skills and knowledge. Okay, so it is actually with a more emphasis on dissemination and exploitation. The last thing is like the scope of business research. So what is the main thing of business research is being done? Like research provides the basics for nearly all the government policies in our economic system. The first thing, so basically, like all the government policies from in our economic system can be done. The next is it solves various operational and planning problems of business and industry. So when both business as well as the industry have industrial problems which has been planned for so many years or so many months, it can be resolved. The last thing is it is important for social scientists in study in social relationships and in seeking answers to various social problems. So these are the things we have seen with the basic like scope, the nature, the needs, the objectives. So this is what actually a business research which has been properly done, where we have seen about the objectives, we have seen about the needs, we have seen about the characteristics, and we have seen about the scope of business research. So we'll see in the next video series. Yes, thank you.